did you know?
Oh, it emailed me right away.
Oh, no. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Totally Bombed, the podcast where I invite on performers to talk about times they totally bombed. I'm your host, Jess, and today's guest is Y2K comedic Barbie drag performer, Sucka Queen. Hi, how are you doing today?
Hi, everyone. Hi, Jess. I'm doing blessed and highly favored. How are you?
I'm so good. I got caught in the rain earlier, so now I have like wet hair, but it's fine. We're rolling with it.
Exactly.
So I bring on every performer. I always ask them, like, how did you get into performing?
Definitely. So I think for me, and I'm sure a lot of drag performers, a lot of our starts started in the pandemic. So during the pandemic, or the Panda Replay, whatever you want to call it, Panda Express, I felt like I was missing that human interaction. I was working remotely from home, and I was like, okay, I'm a bubbly person. I'm an extrovert. I miss that ability to connect with people. So I had a friend who did drag, got to learn the kind of ins and outs of the process. And I was like, wow, this is really cool, but never anything that I would personally do. And then somehow I just woke up one day and was like, okay, well, I need something to give me passion for life and give me an outlet. And then I just started drag. And since then, been like producing, performing all over Toronto. And it's been really fun. But I think a lot of why I do drag is like the people pleaser in me. Like I like to bring joy to other people. And then that gives back to myself.
That is beautiful. I do find like during COVID, like the time a lot of us spent isolating at home, it really caused a lot of us to like explore different art, explore like creation. I got into podcasting during the Panda Replay. So yeah, so we all kind of found our thing. So did you perform at all in like other aspects before drag?
Not really. I mean, I did musical theater growing up. So I was the lead in Aladdin, which was kind of problematic, but I was, the obvious choice for the role. So say Levy.
Obviously, like that's the first thing I thought of when I saw you.
I needed the lead. I was like, okay, I'm gunning for the lead. I don't care what play it is. It just happened to be Aladdin. And so growing up, I was in choir. I was in musical theater. So I never performed like in the sense of as a persona, I guess. Like acting is kind of similar, but drag is a whole different ball game. And so for some reason, I just started performing, and I feel like it almost is a Hannah Montana life where there's no pressure because nobody knows who you are, right? Like people don't know your real name. They don't know what you really look like out of drag. So you almost have this confidence of like, okay, I'm somebody completely new. I can reinvent myself. Kind of like when you go to university and it's like a new
it's all strangers, so you get to rewrite your story.
Exactly.
That's awesome. Okay, well we'll get through our fast flops so that we can get back to talking about your drag careers. Now, I actually was scouring the internet trying to find stories of drag performers, drag kings, drag queens who flopped, but you guys are so supportive. Everyone was like, I think I did really bad, and the next comment would like, you get back on that horse, sweetie, you're fine.
Yes.
And I was like, no, I need stories.
Yeah, I feel like the drag community, it's so real in the moment, right? Like I think a lot of maybe like singing or dancing or whatever it may be, if it's like solely that, a lot of it comes with like training beforehand, but because drag, there's no training, right? So I think a lot of it is just we do what we do, and a lot of it goes well, but some of it goes bad. And so you kind of have to pick yourself back up. But I also think we're our harshest critics. So we need other people a lot to remind us, okay, it's not that bad. You can keep going.
It was crazy because I've had other performers on. So I found stories from musicians, DJs, classical pianists. But I was like, I can't find drag. But I did find a few wardrobe malfunctions.
Okay.
So a few drag artists did write about those. So that's what we'll respond to today. So this one is from someone named Neuter. And they said, at my debut show, I had an elaborate outfit reveal planned, and I was so proud. Practiced it a million times and was certain I had it 100% down. Alas, when it came time, I had to rip the costume I spent 2 weeks on to get it off. And a strap of my dress popped off so I couldn't do the dance I so carefully choreographed without flashing the audience. But that was a while ago, and I've learned since then and grown.
Wow, that is so interesting.
It's so positive.
Yes. Listen, and honestly, we've all been there. Like, trust me, when you first start, that first performance is critical because you're like, this is my debut. This is my introduction to the world. And it's almost like you do too much, right? You're like, okay, I have a reveal. I have a wig reveal. I have a heel that is this high. I'm like going to do with the most I can. And it's like, okay, we need to start with square one.
Yeah.
So that's very real.
Start small. This was another one from That There Them Moth. And they said, I do drag and burlesque. And when I was taking off a pair of pants, not as a fast drag reveal, but a slow, sexy peel off, it got caught on my heels and I had to literally sit down on the stage and struggle to get them off and then go back to trying to be sexy.
That's very real. Honestly, I never try to be sexy. I'm like a comedy queen. So most of the time that like plays into my bit. Like if something goes wrong, I'm like, this is planned. You all knew this was coming. But if I feel like I was trying to give the sensual energy and that happened, I would have been like, cut the cameras. I need to like start the number over. Let's reset and let me change my shoes, you know?
Yeah. Really. It's like, no, this is not how it planned.
Yeah, I need to like relive the fantasy.
And then this one is actually a TripAdvisor review.
Okay.
For a drag brunch located in Mexico.
Okay, fun.
The Trist Puerto Vallarta. And this is actually a review from someone from Toronto, Canada. So I assume they know their drag brunches.
Perfect.
They gave 1 star.
Oh my gosh. It's actually my dream to perform like at a resort. So I'm curious to know, maybe I'll be too scared after reading this.
Well, first they start with, I've noticed a lot of good reviews for the Trist are from one-time contributors. Don't believe them. The drag brunch is the worst. The screaming drag queens who don't even know the words are truly pathetic and grating. If you're funny and talented, you don't have to scream into a mic to try to get our attention. Don't deafen me. Entertain me! The food is just meh, and the drinks are watery too. Can't believe I paid money to be screamed at.
Wow.
So if screaming's like your thing, like if you're being yelled at by drag queens is like, that would be the place to go. Just tip well.
Exactly. Like if you're a fan, do you know the song Freak the Freak Out by Victorious?
Oh, I do. Oh my God.
That's one of my favorite numbers to perform because whenever in it, she says like, I scream your name. I literally go around and scream in people's faces. So this place sounds perfect for me. Like I think my bookings are open. If this resort is listening and wants me to be there, by all means. But I also think if you're just like traveling and you're in Mexico and then people are screaming, that's a valid concern.
Especially if you have a mic. I feel like that's a little too much. You don't need to amplify your amplification.
Right. I mean, gay people talk loud. Like queer people of all kinds. I feel like we're loud. We're out there. So when you're going to drag brunch, I feel like that is to be expected. But I'm curious to know like more details of this person. Maybe I'll go on TripAdvisor, send them a message, be like, okay, I need a deep dive. Like, what happened? What were they screaming about? What songs were played? That's what I want.
And what are you comparing this to? Do you go to other drag brunches? Have you been to other drag brunches in Toronto? What
Literally, because I promise you there is no screaming here in Toronto. But if you're in Mexico, maybe it's a whole other vibe.
Yeah, it's just a different form of drag.
Exactly.
Okay, well, that was our fast flops. If you listeners out there have a quick flop, hey, if you're a drag queen and can't come on the show and you just want to write some flops for me, feel free to DM me those or join our Reddit and write them up there. They might be on a future episode where we can react to them. Okay, so now I'm going to ask you the question I ask everyone on the podcast. Is there ever a time where you totally bombed?
So I've been preparing for this. I knew the question was coming. I was like, okay, let me mentally prepare and think of one time because trust me, there's multiple times I'm sure I have. But the one that sticks out to me is something that I think a lot of people will resonate with. And it has to do with staying true to yourself versus
Mm.
pleasing others. I'm, like I said, a people pleaser. And so when I started performing a lot in the village, if you don't know from Toronto, the village is like Church Street. There's a lot of gay bars and drag performances. And when you start drag, that's a dream of like a lot of drag performers to be what's called like a Church Street performer. So when I started performing there a lot, I was kind of nervous because the songs that I do, I feel like are a lot of like throwbacks,
Hmm.
Y2K songs, a lot of songs that I personally would like bust it down in the club too, but maybe the like random people who are there might not. And so I remember I did one gig in the village and I did requests like all night. I was like, okay, any song y'all want to hear, I will
Brave.
do them. Oh, yeah. I was like feeling the vibes. And then I did not know the words at all to any of these songs, but I wanted people to be happy. And so I remember the performer who was with me that night, because there's always usually two and you alternate, she came up to me in the middle of my number and she whispered in my ear, "Don't ever do what you did tonight again. And if you don't know the words to the songs you do next time, it'll be bad news bears." And so that like stuck with me. I was like, oh no, she clocked that I know none of the words, but I'm just trying to make the audience happy. And so from there, I was like, okay, I have to lock in. I need to know all the words to my songs. And also, I should really just do songs that I know and love. I could ask
Mm.
for requests, but they're usually always Taylor Swift. And I'm like, do I know every single word to Taylor Swift? Maybe not. So
Yeah.
I feel like that was a time when I was like, okay, it's one thing if a random audience member like clocks me and is like, okay, don't do that. But this performer, which I won't name names, but she was like somebody who is there regularly. And so she was like, do not do this. And so I was like, okay, learn my lesson.
You created a boundary.
Yes. I was like, okay, we got this. We're good. No problem. I'll change my set list.
I love that you're giving requests, but unfortunately, I can't take them at this time for my
Yes.
safety. Thank you.
Exactly. Or now I'll just preface like a bit loudly on the mic, sorry to the people from Mexico, but I'll say like I will do this request, but I do not promise to know the words. Do you hear that, other people in the dressing room and around the bar? Like, I will do this song. You gave me a $20 bill to, convince me, so thank you. But just noted, like, I will not know the words and don't expect me to, and I need y'all to sing along.
Yeah, you had a little audience participation there.
Never hurt anybody.
So, did you just like you just pretended with your mouth like you were just singing the words and just vibing with it?
Yeah, or I would try to just like connect with people. Like I would go around the room and be like, "Oh, how are you doing?" That's the best tip. If there's any drag performers watching, if you don't know the words, just go around and chat. Like the people are listening to the music, they're having fun. Just do either like something really crazy with your hands or like some like random move or just like host. I'm more of a host, so I feel like I like even in the middle of the song, like I'll go up to people. If they give you a tip, you can be like, "Thank you so much. How's your night going?" Right? You like use that as a segue.
I've never done drag, but I feel like just from what I've noticed, a lot of like normies who maybe go to their first drag performance, their only view of drag they've gotten thus far is like RuPaul. So
Yes.
they expect like, you got to lip sync for your whole life.
Yes. No, they expect the shablams, they expect the duck walks. And we do marathon drag in Toronto, which means 30-minute sets nonstop. So, like 30 minutes of just you on the stage, performing, talking, whatever it may be. So, if I do dips and splits and ga, like I will have no breath by the time
Yeah, the
5 minutes in.
endurance.
Yes. It's very intense, but
It's like a
fun.
sport. Yeah.
Exactly. I'm so sporty.
Have you ever witnessed another drag queen maybe not have the performance of their life, maybe bomb a little bit themselves?
Yes, I feel like I think that's why the drag community is so supportive because you feel the pain, right? Like you've been there, you know it. I remember a couple weeks ago I went to Cruise and Tango's drag race, like Next Drag Superstar, where basically Cruise and Tangos put on their own competition show. And I went, and it was a bottom two lip sync for your life. And they announced what the song was. Oh, one of the girls in the bottom two, she did not know a single word. And you could tell the whole time she was like frozen in fear. She was so scared. And I remember thinking to myself, like, oh my gosh, that's been me. I get it. Like, I feel you, sister. But at the same time, this is a competition. Like, just fake it till you make it. But
don't give up.
yes, when you experience things and then you see somebody else, it's almost like, oh no, so I think that's like you hyperfixate on the things that you did wrong when you notice it. It's like, when you meet somebody on vacation and then every day you see them, even though there's a million people.
Yeah. I noticed that when I first got pregnant, and now I was like, why is everyone pregnant? Like, there's too many pregnant people.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. You're walking around. You're like, okay, I didn't realize that this many people were with child.
Yeah, there's too many. If I hadn't known.
Yeah, you don't notice it because you're like hyperfixating too, because you're like researching, you're taking your vitamins. There's like so much that overtakes your life.
I feel like that's for like a lot of things out there. The minute you're hyperfixating on it, you notice it everywhere.
I know, and everybody's listening. Like if I'm on TikTok and I'm scrolling, my entire feed is drag. I'm like, how do they know? But listen, they're watching, they're listening, they know what to give me, which honestly sometimes is helpful. I'm like, oh, that is a good video.
Do you make your own outfits?
I don't. I have been learning to sew. So one of my good friends, Betty Baker, has been teaching me to sew. I have a sewing machine that I got on Facebook Marketplace. But honestly, I feel like I love supporting other artists. Mm-hmm. Really, at the end of the day, designing your own stuff is so much work. So I'm like, okay, I don't have the time nor energy to make my own garments. And if I make it myself, it won't be to the caliber of like somebody else. So I like to commission, and I feel like that's really lovely because it turns out exactly how you want. And you're like, okay, yes, I spent a pretty penny, but I didn't have to do all of the legwork.
Yeah, and you're supporting someone else, like exactly. that's how the dollar goes around. No, that's really cool. I never got into sewing. I tried it and I was like, no. I also have friends. I have friends that are more talented at that than I am.
Yeah, I could do like rhinestoning. That I really love. That's like calming for me. I feel like what scares me is things that I could do and it could go wrong. Like with rhinestoning, I'm like, okay, can't really go wrong. It's pretty simple. With sewing, every time I sew, I do something wrong and I have to undo the stitch and you can fix it. But it's a lot of learning. And I'm like, okay, I have a full-time job and I'm a drag queen. I don't know if I want to learn right now.
Okay, have you ever had like a wardrobe malfunction?
Ooh, I don't think so. I sometimes like
good on your artists. Good.
Thank you. Yes, or Shein. But all drag artists wear Shein, and it's a bad habit.
All plus size women wear Shein too.
Yes.
So.
No, I know. I have like gone to gigs and the zipper has broke. But like never anything when I'm on stage, maybe like a nip slip here and there, but usually it's nothing too major. But the worst like is whenever I go to a gig and I bring a costume and the zip just does not go. And I'm like, okay, well, what am I supposed to wear now?
It's all I have.
I know, it's almost worse because you're like, okay, at least if it malfunctions on stage, I got to start the number. Now I have nothing to wear, so I guess I'm not going on.
That would totally bomb.
Yes.
Here's a question I ask most of the guests we have on the show. If someone is on stage and they're in a totally bomb moment, what advice would you give them?
Ooh, I would say find someone to comfort you. If there's somebody in the audience, hopefully it's someone that you know is like there, but even if there's somebody who just looks nice, like I think sometimes I'll just find somebody in the audience if I'm doing a number or even if I'm just like not having the best time. Sometimes like to be in drag, you have to be performative, right? You have to like be high energy. And sometimes I'll just find somebody and say like, I know you don't know me, but like, I just want you to know that your smile and your presence had like made my night. So sometimes that is helpful. Like if you're in the audience and you're smiling and you're living and you're clapping, that helps. Like it feeds our energy.
Yeah. Keep the vibes up.
Mm-hmm.
That was a great
Exactly.
answer. I haven't actually had that one on the podcast yet.
Really?
Yes. So
Okay.
that was a great like advice for someone out there. Because like the thing is the and like the thing with this podcast is everyone's gonna have a moment like that's live performance, baby. That's showbiz.
The show must go on.
You're gonna have a moment that's not gonna go so great, and you just got to keep powering through. Well, thank you so much, Sucka Queen, for coming on.
Thank you for having me. And thank you for buying one of my hats.
Oh, how did you know?
Oh, it emailed me right away.
No,
Was this a surprise? I was like, oh my gosh, what is going
I wasn't
on?
even gonna tell you.
Oh, I love you so much. No, they email me because you gave a sweet little tip, so thank you. And they like give me commission on it.
Oh, okay. Well, you're welcome. Because I can't always make it to Toronto for a show, so gotta support local artists.
Period. I appreciate it.
Well, thank you so much. If you want to take this time and plug your socials, or if you have anything coming up, all the links will be below.
Yes, yeah, definitely. If anybody wants to follow me and see what I'm up to, I'm always out and about and girl bossing left and right. You can follow me on all socials at Sucka_Queen, Sucka, like the activity _Queen. And I have lots of brunches coming up, especially for the Pride season. So if you're looking for something to do during June in Toronto, I have lots of really fun brunches. I have Pridechella coming up on June 13th, which is like Coachella but drag. And then I have Daddy Direction Daycare on June 21st, which is Father's Day. So I am going to be pregnant, and we're going to see which of the drag kings on my cast is the baby daddy.
How Maury of you.
I know. You know what? I planned the theme first because I wanted to do like an all king cast plus me. And I was like, wait, how fun would it be if I did almost like a Mamma Mia moment where I'm like, okay, who's it? Who's the father? And you don't know till the end.
It's almost like a murder mystery, but
yes, who
the
done it?
opposite of murder.
Yes.
birth and mystery. Yes.
Yes, I feel like it'll be very interesting. And all my themes are always like very kooky, crazy out there. So if you're looking for somewhere to go where it's like, wow, what did I just watch? Come to a Sucka show.
Yes. Well, thank you so much again for coming on. This was great.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you all for listening. Don't forget to like, subscribe, rate, comment, all the things. This podcast wouldn't exist without you. I appreciate you. Please support our guests. You got to support local artists. So let's do that. And I will see you all next week in next week's episode. Bye.